Hey, thanks for stopping by to watch another video. In this video, I'm going to stick to the title. I'm going to show you how to make a simple bow tie with two tools. One, your normal trim router, but the best part, this Jasper template. It's going to show you everything that you need to make a perfect bow tie every single time. Watch the video. Let's cut bow ties the easy way. Get your trim router, take the plate off of it that comes with it, get you this Jasper template bit. It comes with a built-in bushing and an 1/8 inch bit, which I'm putting in right now. And then you have to align it specifically for your trim router. And once you do that, just pop your screws in place and you're ready to go. It comes with a bushing that goes over top of the original template cut, so that without the bushing, you're making the cut around the template for the actual bow ties themselves. Then you put the bushing on when it gets time to start cutting into the surface and creating your void. This creates the offset that accounts for the router bit itself. And I'm going to show you that process right now. So we'll get started by just attaching the template with some two-sided tape to the piece of wood in which I'm actually going to use my bow ties. And for this, I'm going to use several different bow ties. So I'm just going to cut out all of these different sizes. And I plunge in just probably 3 times, maybe 4 times to get to the final depth. The final depth for these specifically were about 1/4 inch. I got them all cut out right there. I'll pull off my double-sided tape because I'm going to have to use this again later. Then I run over to my bandsaw and I just run them through. They pop right off. Now I have attached the template back to the tabletop along the void that I'm trying to actually create a Dutchman for. The bushing's on this time, so it bumps out the cut just enough to account for the thickness of that router bit so that it's a perfectly flush seated install, I guess you would say, for lack of a better term. A perfectly flush insert is probably the better way to say it. But after that, you just got to hog everything out. And that's why this plate on the bottom of the router is so large, so that it rides evenly across that template without tilting and kicking, and everything's clear so you see what you're doing all along the way. And then look at this, you'll see it's a good fit. We'll pop it off and get going. I'm not going to show you cutting out every other piece, but I will show you the process of actually getting these bow ties in place. First, before we start putting them in place, this is my favorite part, putting a bow tie in the edge. And this is a really good zoom in of hogging out all that material on the side and just getting it nice, good fit. What I'll do here is just, I fill a whole bunch of glue into each void, put a little bit of glue on the sides and bottom of each bow tie. And you see I'm using this scrap piece of wood to hammer it in, mostly because it's only 1/4 inch thick bow tie. I don't want to hammer on the edges or the corners and take a risk at snapping it. By putting the scrap piece down, I'm transferring the force of the hammer through the scrap piece and sort of evenly hammering the bow tie all the way into place without taking a risk of damaging it in the process. Get it all hammered in, and then it's going to be a little bit proud, so I just bust out my Festool Rotex and put it in Rotex mode and sand it all flush. And I'll do the same thing here on the side. I like this zoomed in angle because, man, you can really see every little detail of how that works its way in. Get it all glued in, sand it down. I'm going to spare you the video of me pouring epoxy, but I poured a ton of epoxy to fill the void itself, to fill in around those Dutchmen, and to fill in that crack. And this is what we get. This is the final product. Turned out fantastic.